Summer after my freshman year of college, I went back to my parents' house and I found the recruitment letters that my parents had lost. I had been playing football all throughout high school, and I had received some attention from scouts, but my parents had conveniently lost those recruitment letters. And I got upset initially because this had been something that I really wanted to do, to play football in college. And now I was 1 year into college without the prospect of doing that. And I remembered, I know it might be surprising to some of you that I played football. I get it. I look like the type of person that was really pretentious in Quiz Bowl. I get that. I get it. But I was the kid on the team that helped everybody stay on the team, because my first week of classes, I was required to give my coach my class schedule. And then, wouldn't you know it, a couple days later, a couple more football players would transfer into my class. They would be in my group projects where I would do all of the work. I helped a lot of people graduate. But I was also pretty good on the field. In fact, my junior year, we were on our way to the state playoffs, and we had one game left in the season. We were playing the best team in the state, hadn't lost since the prior season, a huge undefeated streak. And we go, and I'm playing, I played offensive tackle and defensive tackle. I went both ways. And later on in life, I would realize that I also tackled people both ways, but in a slightly different context. Great. So I was playing defensive tackle. I was chasing after the opposing team's quarterback, and I'm just feet away from him. If I just dive, I probably could have grabbed him and pulled him down. But out of the corner of my eye, I noticed that the opposing team's running back is just barreling towards me, and he hits me, knocks me into the air, and I fall down and I hit my head. And I immediately pop back up, and I feel like I've been hit by a truck. And I look to the opposing team's sideline, and they're laughing at me. And then they get really excited because they score a touchdown. And so I limp back to my sideline where the athletic trainer meets me and immediately sits me down to have a concussion test. Now we have a concussion protocol. Back then, it was just a series of tests. She shined a light in my eyes, and then she asked me, what is your name? Got that right. Where are we? Got that right. And then she's like, oh, who is the president? And I'm like, well, I know it's George Bush, but I don't know if it's George H.W. Bush or George W. Bush. And frankly, I don't know if I know the difference. And she's like, you have a concussion. And so she took me out of the game. She told my parents what was going on, and we lost that game. But good news, we made the playoffs. My opportunity to be seen by scouts was still going to happen. Only thing was, we were playing the same team again the next week. We were going to get destroyed. And when I got back to school that next couple days, that Monday, my coaches before school were like, Matt, what did the doctor say? And I wanted to be truthful, so I said, well, they didn't say anything. And that's because my parents, even though they were told to take me to the doctor, did not take me to the doctor. And that's because I have two older brothers, one of which was a boxer, the other one also played football. And so my parents were well versed in what you do with somebody with a concussion. They just went through those protocols, made sure that I was okay. But because I didn't have any of that documentation, they're like, okay, just to be safe, we're going to keep you out of football practice this week. And so I took that to mean I did not need to go to football practice. So I did something that I always wished I could do, and I went and I sat in on the auditions and the rehearsals for the school play. Because it always conflicted with football, I never got the opportunity to do it. And I was like, this is probably what I should be doing. People are so supportive here, it's so nice. And then I get a text message from my friend, and they're like, hey, you're supposed to be at practice. So I rush to practice, and I watch, and then at the end of the day, I get picked up by one of my brothers, and we go to the gas station across the street from campus, and I see one of the more serious kids on the team, and I'm like, oh, I should make an take an opportunity to talk to him and, repair this relationship and make sure he likes me. So I go up and I'm like, hey, have you started studying for the SATs? To which he then places a giant rack of beer onto the counter and promptly gets his fake ID taken away. For the rest of the week, I try to avoid him, and then it culminates on Thursday, right before we're about to have the game on Friday. I'm finally back, and I need to dress out, and so he confronts me. I've put on all my pads. He's just in his girdle, and he says, you have faked your concussion. You don't actually support this team, and none of us want you here. And then he punched me. And I realized at that point, I'm like, I'm fully in my pads. I got my helmet here. He's provoked me. He has attacked me. I can do anything, and I can get away with it. But instead of doing anything, I hugged him, and I held him close, and I said, we don't have to throw down. We just have to hug each other till the anger goes away. And then I let go, and he punched me 2 more times. Yeah. That sort of conflict resolution wasn't appreciated back then. I also don't think it helped matters that I had my tongue in his ear. But I'm a compassionate person. I didn't actually put my tongue in his ear. Okay. But, I'd like to say that experience led me to realize that my senior year, I shouldn't play football. It wasn't for me and everything like that. But a lot of people's grades depended on me. And so I played football that next year. And I will say that summer after my freshman year of college, when I did find those letters that were recruiting me for football, I was upset initially. But ultimately, I was really glad that my parents had lost those. Thank you all very much. I really appreciate it. In between some of our performers tonight, I will